Hello, welcome back. Let's catch up with Rails 4. In the previous lesson, we talked about the various new HTML5 form helpers, and today we're going to take a look at collection form helpers. So let me show you what I've been up to. I created a list of posts that have a title, a body, and a category, one single category for post. I can edit each post by going to the edit link and then start typing my title, my body, and then selecting my category. This drop-down menu is generated by the collection_select method. Based on a belongs to relationship, you can determine the list that makes this select box, and then you select the value and key for each of the options. This feature already existed in Rails 3, and now there are two more helpers available to do something like this. Let's check them out. Let's open our editor and open up the form template where we have the collection select in line 24. The collection select, like I said, already existed in Rails 3. It takes an attribute for the model, then the list of choices available, the value of each option, and the respective label. Rails 4 gives us one additional parameter. Let me go back here, and now I'm going to swap this collection select method and use instead collection radio buttons. It takes the exact amount of parameters than those of collection select. So if I save and go back to the browser, instead of seeing a select box, you will see many different radio buttons with the respective labels. So reload the page, and here you see a radio button for each existing category. If you're not using Twitter Bootstrap, then the label should be right next to the radio button. But Bootstrap is acting up, and that's why you see the label just below the radio button. Fortunately, we can pass a block to modify the way the radio buttons are rendered. Let's do exactly that. So in line 24, I'm going to paste the following code. So here it is, the new builder object that we have access to. We're allowed to use four methods. The label method, that allows you to print the label, and we can also pass attributes to it. So data value will be an attribute that we want to use with Ajax, and simply passing the options value. Next, we'll pass a block, which means we want to pass a content inside the label tag. We'll pass in the radio button, a space, and then the options text, which will be the name. Let's save this, go to the browser, and reload to see the difference. In the browser, we hit reload, and here you see the new improved display. This looks much nicer on Twitter Bootstrap. You create a label and pass the radio button and the text inside. Now let's consider a different example. I want to show you the checkbox feature, and for that purpose I'm going to retrieve the list of categories and assign multiple posts to that category. Sort of the flip side of the coin for this relationship. So I went ahead and put the templates already up, and the only thing we need to do is go to the category model and type has many posts. That way we can access the posts variable in the category. In the browser, I'll visit the categories URL. We have the three categories, and I'm going to click on the first one to edit it. And this is where we'll put our method to generate the checkboxes. In the editor, I'll visit the edit HTML ERB template. We'll need to change this, so that's what we'll do. I'll create a new form_for method that will take a category and will pass a block. The block is a form builder that we can use, so I'll finish the block and create first a f.text field for the category's name, so name in here. And finally, we'll create the collection of checkboxes to assign the multiple posts. What I'm going to do is generate a new f.collection_checkboxes. And we'll pass post_IDs, which is the variable that we're going to update. The next step is to pass all of the posts, and then the value, and then the label. So I'll pass ID, and then title, because the post has a title. Let's stick to this. I'm going to save, visit the browser, and reload. See if everything is okay. And there you go. Something's working already. Let me reformat this so it can be a little more beautiful. But still, it's not the way that we want. Let's open up the inspector and see what this looks like. I'm going to click on one of the labels, and you see that for every single checkbox, we have an input and a label. But that's not exactly what we want. Let's use a custom block so that we can reformat this at our choice. In the editor, I'm going to pass a new block here. Let's call it B. I'm going to close the block first, and then I'll do something very similar to what we did in the radio buttons example. We have the same label with data value, in which we pass the respective value. Then we'll pass the checkbox, a space, and a text into the label. That looks really good. Let's save, go to the browser, and reload. Much nicer. If we wanted, we could pass, for example, a list item in here, and then this paragraph would be an unordered list or something of the sort. But let's stick with this for now. It looks really good. Let me check, for example, the 4th and 5th lesson, the before action and caching, which are two of the lessons that we'll cover in the course. Oh, we're missing a button. Let's put it really quick. I'll go ahead and add a new f.submit. Reload the page, and we see that we have an update category button. Let me check the lessons that I wanted, hit update, and you see that the category is successfully updated. Let's go to Ruby again, and you see those checkboxes are right there. Be careful if you're using strong parameters. In line 21 here, you'll need to pass post IDs as an empty array so that it can be passed around and update the respective model. So that is it on the new collection form helpers. They come really handy to pass checkboxes and radio buttons to update your models. I hope you have enjoyed the content today. In the next lesson, we'll cover the topic of custom flash types. I hope to see you there. Thanks for watching.